Here we go. All eyes on the Vikings and all eyes on J.J. McCarthy.
I just try to be completely present. You know, at the end of the day, there's going to be, anxiousness, excitement, and, a whole lot of adrenaline. But at the end of the day, that's completely normal.
How about four that have played that position? We sat down with the Super Bowl champ, an MVP, and a talent who had injuries curtail his career, as well as a number 2 overall pick who turned into a bust, to get their advice for J.J. McCarthy. Here we go, the most anticipated debut of a Viking since Randy Moss. His name is J.J. McCarthy.
First of all, he has so many of the qualities and the intangibles that you love at that position. I think you have to start with physical and mental toughness. That's really important to play that position. I think his ability to create and manufacture offense, I think his intelligence, his football IQ.
Is that the most important thing, is you got to want to be the guy?
Well, yeah, if you don't want to be the guy, you're never going to be the guy, no matter how much talent you got.
Is that the common denominator for great quarterbacks, you think?
Well, that and a good system and a good offensive line.
Ryan Leaf was the number 2 overall pick in 1998. His career faded fast. He now understands more on why, and because of that, he's well versed on McCarthy and what he is about to embark on. You have been through the pressure, you've been through, you know what a cooker it is. What's he going through?
I mean, what the organization flat out said is that the guy we got is better than a 14-winning game quarterback. Dante
Culpepper waited his turn, a first-round pick as well. An injury robbed some of his career. He's seen enough of McCarthy to believe.
He has that it factor. I always say he has it, and I can see it in his eyes. He's ready to go out and tear it up, and I think that he's going to surprise a lot of people.
Let's talk leadership, making those around you better by making them believe in you. McCarthy has been named a captain. That's just the first step to winning them over.
Well, you have to have answers, and you're never going to fool anybody in the huddle. Those players, they understand who's capable of being a difference maker.
Now, how's this one for an intangible? McCarthy and his fiancée are soon to become parents, and Ryan Leaf believes that will be a big help that he did not have, having to shut down football and be a father. He found a common denominator for successful quarterbacks in just that. What advice would you give somebody? I mean, what is it that you can't understand until you're in that position?
I've talked to some of the guys that had success in places where they were heavily scrutinized. And I said, how did you stay away from all that stuff? And they were just like, well, we didn't read any of it. We didn't see any of it. And I go, well, how? He's like, well, we had started families. And when I got home from work, I was changing diapers and I was being a dad. And
Gannon had years before he became the man and eventually an MVP in Oakland. Experience, that can matter.
He doesn't have a lot of experience. And that's the biggest challenge. I've talked to him, spoke to him again today. We've had some conversations. It's all about getting the reps. It's all about understanding situational football. It's all about managing, game plans.
And he's got a head coach who was a quarterback. Maybe more important, Kevin O'Connell has made a statement by making McCarthy the man.
Both Kevin O'Connell, the staff, the organization have to feel really good about J.J. McCarthy. Otherwise, they don't make that type of decision.
At least one former quarterback has spent time with McCarthy, and he says, bet the house.
I think he's just going to be a master. I think he's working his way to be a master. And just remember, I said it first, he's going to tear up the league.